Hello and welcome to the Alpha Woman series. I am Kalpana Singhal, Editor-in-Chief CXO TV from Tech Plus Media. In today's episode, we will meet an Alpha Woman, Varundeep Kaur, Chief Information Officer at Spice Money, and she is here with me. Hi Varundeep, a very warm welcome to you. I'm so pleased to have you today.
Yeah, hi, Kalpana. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Right.
And I'm yeah, and I'm so excited to know about you. And so, as our audience, like you have had an amazing journey filled with many professional achievements and over 15 years of experience in technology. So, what fascinated you towards technology? And we want to hear from you about your journey and the ups and downs so far.
Right. Thank you very much, Kalpana. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me and giving me this platform to share my experiences with you and with a larger audience. So I started my journey close to 2 decades back, and there engineering was one of the areas where like either you choose engineering or you choose the medical field. I was more inclined towards the engineering. So I started with it, and then I joined Spice telecommunication at that point in time that opened the entire new space of technology for me, because in colleges we hardly get to learn a lot of things in practical manner. Where I learned, I did telecommunications part of it in terms of technology, data warehousing, data engineering, and then postpaid, prepaid billing, and a lot of stuff which telecommunication had for almost for 10 years. Then I moved into Spice Digital, MTS, and now I am with Spice Communications, taking care of Fintech as a CIO. So it has been a quite enriching and challenging journey so far. And I would say I am blessed to get a lot of opportunities where I got to play different roles as a team member, and then leading the ladder, stepping up the ladders to reach this leadership position. So it has been really nice.
Okay, so Varundeep, fintech organizations are driving major innovations in the financial services industry. What is the role women are playing in driving this innovation?
Right. So, Kalpana, very good question, I must say. Finance and technology both have been considered since beginning as a male dominant area, where we will see a lot of men participating. And with more and more people getting aware, and parents and family members supporting women, we see a large inclusion of women into both finance as well as technology field. And as per the reports, it is mentioned that women empowerment and innovation, or their inclusion into the space, would require digital literacy, financial literacy, and obviously technology. And with the combination of this, with access to of this information to urban women largely, and to some extent to the rural women, so we see a lot of people coming in. And since women are more observant of the problems that somebody is facing, they are coming up with a lot of innovative options like financial literacy, or how they can help other people get into the financial inclusion, which through government initiatives directly is not possible. And it is not only that through the organization or taking up some leadership positions or technological positions inside, we also see a lot of innovation coming from our rural segment. Like if I take a specific example of Spice Money, so we are pushing for a lot of women adhikaris. We call our merchants our adhikaris, and we see a upsurge during the pandemic time in the women adhikaris, and we see that they have gone out of the way, come up with a lot of innovative ideas how we can make the processes simplified for the rest of the people. So I see as of now there are a limited set of innovations. However, we have seen a huge increase in terms of that, and I am sure in a few years to come, so we will see women taking up more leadership positions and a greater role where they can be more inclusive, as well as they can provide us better ideas how to bring this fintech situation better.
Yeah. So women in finance, as you rightly said, is very hard to find. Of course, in technology as well. And you talked about the adhikaris at Spice Money. So that's quite interesting. So if you can elaborate a little more that what they do and how you identify these adhikaris and how is the engagement?
Right. So, Kalpana, at Spice Money, we are, as you are aware, that we are a leading rural fintech, and we wish to be the most admired rural fintech brand. And we feel that the financial inclusion problem can be solved by fintechs. So there are two large problems that we are looking at. Is that if you go by statistics, you will find close to 6 lakh villages are there in India, and close to 1.25 lakh bank branches and ATMs are there. So roughly it makes 6:1 ratio. That means, and with a lot of accounts getting opened through Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, so that means access to bank accounts is important, even to access your own money. And bank branches or ATMs being so not available upfront, so you need somebody who can facilitate that. And putting up ATMs or bank branches is not going to provide the solutions, because you have to have uninterrupted power supplies, you have well connected roads, and there are a lot of hassles which may not be possible. So here we are trying to provide the solution on the spot, on their own area or the village that we are dealing with. Out of 19,000 pin codes, we are covering more than 16,000 pin codes, and even we have our fintech Spice Money counters in the last village, which is Chitkul also. So here we appoint merchants who become assistants or provide the last mile assistance to the customers. Like if somebody has got money in their bank account, they can simply go to the merchant counter, give their Aadhaar number and biometric thumbprint, and they can withdraw the cash. Even they can deposit the cash, they can check their balance, they can check their mini statements, and they can also do remittance also. And there are other services also, like you can pay bills, you can do recharges, you can even book your tickets for a train, hotel, flights, bus. And ours is a collection centers also, and now we are also getting into lending and agri-tech also. So there are a lot of opportunities coming up in the rural areas, and we are also helping stop the brain drain to the cities. Here merchants can, in their own towns, they can earn good commissions, good earning, and they can serve their counterparts in that village. That is solving a lot of financial related issues which we see, and we are really proud of that we are providing these services. And as far as you said merchant selection, so we are trying to figure out where these services are unavailable, and we have formalized a complete strategy. We have built our sales team over the past 1 year, and we want to go deep, where we want that every village should get benefits out of the financial inclusion, and we want to be the most admired and more trusted rural fintech brand.
So while we are seeing increasing participation from women in technology, a lot needs to be done to achieve gender equality in this space.
Right.
Yeah, when it comes to women's representation in key decision-making roles. So what are the challenges you see which are keeping the women representation at the lower end?
Yeah. So as of now, if you go by ILO, this Gallup survey of 2016, so there are still a kind of a mentality that exists that women should not participate into paid jobs. They should only manage. There was around 20% men who felt like this, and around 14% of women who felt like this. So first is that is a gender bias which is there, where women are more. We think that women are more apt for home roles rather than taking an outside role. Other thing is that if you go by statistics, there is a difference of 25% in terms of participation between men and women. And the larger challenges have been there, that we have designated certain roles as gender roles only, that this is the role a male can do better, or this is some role which female or woman can do better. And that I would say with pandemic, it has been a boon which has taken care of a lot of things, where before pandemic time period, pre-pandemic time period, women has challenges like they had to manage, and they still have to manage, like between home and the office work. But being from working from home, I believe they're in a better situation to manage it. So one was this, other was that the job location may be very far off, or they may take there may be shift jobs where people don't feel very comfortable or safe traveling to those areas, and then there is a lack of affordable care. If some a woman has come out of the maternity leave, so she for a few years she will feel that it is not possible for her to join the work back or put that focus and concentration. So I believe, and other is that we have to, there is also a pay parity also, I believe, that is there. So that is also one of the reasons and areas where men will feel that I am getting this much package, you are earning this much package, why you only take care of home and I will manage the finances. So these are the areas. But with the pandemic, we have seen a lot of women returning to work, and that is where many organizations have even gone ahead with like return back journey initiatives where they have supported women. And we have also, like as a diversity and inclusion initiative, our HR has also now is mandating certain positions or certain percentage where we will have women as of now. So I believe that is also one of the initiatives where organizations have to take care or a conscious effort in considering or creating certain positions where they will have women there, and then they can be more inclusive as of now. And what we have felt is that in the organizations we always talk about diversity and inclusion. However, till the time diversity does not have a seat at the table and inclusion doesn't have a voice at the table, all these things will only remain on papers. So we have to make men also participate in women inclusion initiatives. Unless and until men also encourage women to take up certain roles, certain key initiatives, I believe that will be more challenging. And what other thing which I feel is one of the areas where there is a lack of mentorship also. So women usually step back rather than seeking help, that they can take up certain roles. Everybody, and what like I very frequently quote this, which Indra Nui has also mentioned in her speeches and in her autobiography also, which she My Life in Full. She says that men are always considered or treated on potential, whereas women are always treated or considered on the performance. So we have to have a single standard where if you have to deal with both the genders, be it male or female, if you see a potential, you encourage that. It is not that somebody has to prove it and then you will consider somebody capable. And that is also one of the areas where I see there is a lot of pressure to perform every time rather than somebody encouraging or pushing towards the potential that one carries.
Women should actually escalate themselves into the leadership roles inside their organizations. And it's not just that the organizations have to do their bit, but I think it's very important that women themselves should also realize the same thing. They should realize their potential. Yeah. Right. Yeah, sure. And what is the level of engagement you see from women in the fintech ecosystem, and how does fintech ecosystem help aspiring women to take those leadership roles?
Right. So I believe now organizations becoming more inclusive. However, I see that there is from the organizations which are getting founded for fintechs, there is still a very, very less participation. You will find only at a global level, there is only 7% of women founded organizations that exist, and where the participation of women has to actually improve, and like we have to add on to it. So that is it.
Yeah. So you talked about Nari Shakti and the initiative of Spice Money to get them connected with the VCs. So how are we building the grounds to enable more women to take up entrepreneurship, and what women need to do to inculcate an entrepreneurial spirit?
Yeah. So here, Kalpana, I believe first thing is that, like you also mentioned a few minutes back, is that first women have to stop thinking of themselves less. So one is that they have to be aware, they have to create, they should invest effort in networking and mentorship. And what we have seen also, that we have to encourage the women participation at VCs and the leadership roles also. And what I believe is that in order to encourage that, organizations should also start with the entrepreneurship kind of efforts or initiatives, where they give women also opportunities to lead certain initiatives. And like our organization Spice Money has also started such kind of an initiative, where we are now encouraging entrepreneurship also, where some few women leaders will also mentor some of the ideas, and there will be some ideas coming from the women participants also. So that is something which I feel that it will boost that kind of initiative. And what is that, where we have to actually bring in there is that, as per statistics, if you go, if there is one woman on the table, you will find at least three women taking up senior leadership roles, because that is where and what we also need to do is that we have to showcase the achievements of women leaders and women participants also, because the more you feel and you see that somebody has done it, you also feel that you can also do it. And other thing is that if you go by statistics, you will find that there is only 1% of women who are into actually into angel investing. Remaining is only the men. So now I was browsing through a few internet. I was happy to see that now there are organizations coming up who are creating women specific cohorts, where they are guiding women on how to get into angel investing or how to get into VC roles. And that is something which I believe will definitely encourage. And here organizations and even the founders will have to take a conscious effort in either co-founding women related organizations or women founded organizations. And also we should encourage that. And what we I also believe, if there is women in the investing side of it, like be it VC or angel investing, there is more likelihood that they will invest into women oriented or women led organizations. So that is where I see that one person can pull up the other persons also, and it has to be more inclusive. And what we believe is that now if you see the, it is we always see men versus women. I believe that mindset has also needs to go. It is always men with women. It is more of a collaborative effort. And like we say that there are masculine and feminine energies, and they have to balance. Had there been like nature would not have created two different like people, men on women, had there been a kind of a possibility that we can go ahead with one only. So there is a balance that needs to be created, and with a lot of women coming up into that kind of roles, where they are mentoring women, they are funding women, and they are also networking with other women and men, encouraging that level of mentorship and networking. I believe then we will see a different level of entrepreneurship and different kind of solutions and innovations.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see, I mean, these days, women coming up and taking up entrepreneurship, and these women hustlers are not only breaking family barriers to come to the forefront, but also riding on disruptive tech.
Right.
Yeah. So we can see a lot many. So now, we would like to know more about you. Let's talk about your interest areas and hobbies outside your professional life. About your family. What are your responsibilities when it comes to family?
Right. So Kalpana, I am avid reader. So I go through a lot of books and try finding out like where I can fill in the gaps where which I as of now I am not able to solve. And on the technology side, there are a lot of new technologies that are coming up. Like word is going about gung ho about blockchain and metaverse. So something on that, how we can build the use cases that is there. And apart from that, I like connecting with people. I try knowing more about them and how we can create a better organization or platform for them. And even on the other side of it, how we can create better humans, more inclusive teams.
Yeah, absolutely. So last but not the least, Varundeep, what is the message you want to convey to the aspiring women leaders and women in technology?
So I would say women should stop thinking less of them. They should just go about whatever they feel. And it is not that only women will feel resistance or pushback. It is true with men also. So it is only if you should not give up. It is that you may not taste success in the first go. However, if you will keep on trying, setting the example for others, you never know, for somebody you are setting that inspiration or that kind of example where other people will also follow you. So don't give up, take the next step, get into more networking and mentorship, ask for help wherever it is required, rather than stopping and making it a full stop. So that is what I feel. And world is open for opportunities. Talent is not divided between men and women. It is across. It is just we have to, if there are no areas of opportunity, we should go ahead and create one. I'm sure that there are a lot many people who will be like-minded, irrespective of the gender, will come and support us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Varundeep, for joining us today. And I'm sure women in our audience had a great learning and will be greatly benefited with this conversation. And looking forward to have more alpha women in our society.
Right. Thank you so much, Kalpana. It was really a pleasure.
For more updates from CXO TV, please like and subscribe to our channel.